Let's talk about God and evolutionary natural selection. And while we're about it, let's talk about butterflies. God. But which God? Well, there have been many gods throughout history. I suppose the god that comes to mind, if you are in the Judeo-Christian tradition, is the rather angry sort of deity with a grey beard in later Middle Age. So there are other gods, of course. There is the god of the Quran, which is beyond criticism because, as we know, the Quran is the last word of God and cannot be criticized in any way whatsoever. No way. Certainly not by me. Not on this channel, anyway. There's Kali, there is the pantheons, Hindu pantheon, there is the Greek and Egyptian pantheons, and those shared by ancient Europe, which were in fact the Egyptian pantheon in the main. But these, of course, these are humanized concepts of a creator, a bestower of life, and an arbitrator of law and existence. What I wish to talk about and conceptualize is rather beyond that. Is there not necessarily a bearded creator of all things, but a comparatively infinite consciousness, or even unconscious consciousness, which pervades humanity and has some guiding, beneficial effect on our existence. The concept I wish to impose is perhaps a deity without intellect, that we might consider this, yet one which is capable of thought, one which pervades the universe and pervades all sentient creatures within the radius of, let's say, this local cluster of galaxies, to which these sentient families are essential to it, to the deity, as the deity is to them. Let me explain what I mean. For instance, recently I was at a lecture in Salisbury, in England, on lepidoptery, as the study of the butterfly. And an interesting phenomenon of these butterflies is that some of them, in their camouflage, emulate the eyes of the bird of prey, which is well known. Others will emulate the profile of a lizard as seen by the optic nerve of predatory birds. Now, it begs the question, how could a creature with such minimal cognition as a butterfly not only come up with the concept of camouflage, but have the will and the ability to impose it on their wings? And this is the creationists will give you a simple answer. This is the will of the bearded creator on the cloud, who says, let it be so, because I have created this butterfly in the image of which I wished it to be. And lo and behold, there it is. The evolutionists would say, no, there's no such thing as this bearded fellow. All things originate as a process of natural selection, and therefore these creatures have evolved to emulate the birds of prey, emulate the lizard, etc. But there's a problem here. How the bloody hell did these creatures conceptualize these ideas in the first place? And the idea which I propose is this, and it involves both evolution and, if you like, God. Now suppose that God is a medium for many things, it is primary idea. It requires cognitioned beings, such as human beings, which are capable of abstract thought. Now, suppose that on various planets, various beings, not necessarily just human beings, have observed that it is a very good idea to disguise oneself as something else in order not to be eaten. Now, God, being a neutral medium, transposes these things from the cognitioned mind to the simple mind, the simple instincts of the butterfly. Therefore, the butterfly becomes aware of the concept of camouflage. It is able, therefore, to transmute itself into the emulation of, for instance, the eyes of the hawk or the profile of the chameleon. And therefore, we find that in this way, God fits into an evolutionary pattern of the selection of the origins of species, etc., without necessarily having to have cognition or will itself. I think this is a very interesting concept, and it marries, it solves a very old problem which has dogged both theology and natural science since the middle decades of the 19th century. And I think one which deserves, I should say, some consideration.